This is Access to Experts, where we interview business and professional experts and ask the questions you most want the answers to.
Hello and welcome back to another segment of Access to Experts. I'm Ann DeVere, and I have another very special guest for you. Here's a question for you. There are millions of eyes out there, but do the right ones see you? That's the question we're going to be answering, because social media, we're in it. We're in it. We're everywhere. Social media is everywhere. And we are being bombarded with all kinds of messages. Well, how are you showing up? Do people know who you are? Those are the important questions we're going to be asking and answering on today's segment. My very special guest, Emma Tiebens, is the person you want to go to when you're looking for those answers. Emma, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ann. So great to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you. And you have this amazing book that you've written.
Yes.
A best-selling author. So why don't we start with that? Because a lot of the information that I'm looking for is in that book already. So,
yes, this book is my #1 Amazon best-selling book called Magnetic, Memorable, and Trusted. Because, you know, there's so much noise out there, you want to stand out. And you stand out by being magnetic and memorable, and of course, being trusted.
There you go. There's the question. So we want to be magnetic and memorable. Mm-hmm. So what is it about us that makes us magnetic?
Oh, there's so many things about us that make us magnetic. But the key thing is to remember and to be aware and be intentional. That everywhere you go, whether you're interacting offline or online, you need to have that awareness that you are magnetizing. And you need to know, what about your stories, your life experiences, your daily experiences, your passions. I actually came up, Ann, with the 6 pillars of a magnetic brand.
Yeah, I know the 6 pillars because you have been training me to use those 6 pillars. You know, and I have to tell you, it's made a huge difference in how I show up online. I remember when we first started working together, you basically looked at me and said, you know what, you're brilliant with the information you're putting out there, but people don't really get who you are. Yeah. Well, and you know what? That was something that I was actually struggling with. How much of myself do I share? What do I share? Because I don't want to put every aspect of me, you know, online, like I see a lot of people do, like, oh, gee, I'm at Starbucks having coffee. Who cares? You know?
Right.
But then again, what information do I put out there so people actually get who I am? And there's like it's almost like a balancing act we have to do.
Yes.
And this is where I was stuck.
Yes.
And this is where you made a huge difference.
Oh, thank you. I'm so proud of you. I did see the shift.
Oh, the proud mama, right?
Yes. Well, you know, it just has to start with, like I said, the awareness. But each post that we do online, that we create, whether it's an image, and I'm a big proponent of using pictures and images, not limited to your food, right? Yeah. But images, sharing the experiences that you're currently experiencing in the moment, and why that's important to you. And when you intentionally think about the people out there in your social media circle who's also looking at you, maybe they bump into your newsfeed, you become aware that that's what you're giving to them. It's your moment in time that you're there and why you are thinking about them.
Yeah.
So I broke it down to 3 areas, the anatomy of a post that I say, okay? The first one is when you're thinking about them, where you are, what are you feeling? I'm thrilled to be here at Ann DeVere's, studio right now, right? Share that. Then, what's in it for them? Why should they care that you're there? So you bring them in there. So you tell them, I'm thinking about you because I see possibilities for you, right? And the last one is very, very important. It's the call to action. What do you want them to do with that piece of information? Do you just want them to stay inspired, stay joyful, or lead them to your website or lead them to your page, wherever? But a call to action on every post, it's real estate.
Yeah, it's fascinating because that's basically following the principles of marketing.
Yes.
You want to grab their attention with something that's fascinating for them. And if they're following you, you're fascinating, they're interested in you. But then again, the component that you add in there, why is it important to them? Otherwise, it's all about you. And it's not doing anything for them. So how are you adding value to them? And this is gaining their trust by adding value, bringing something there. And of course, the call to action. Again, the principles of marketing affects everything you do. Even if it's a social media post, just being friendly. You guys,
Yes.
this is huge.
Yes.
This is huge. Now, the other thing that really jumped out at me about the way you do it, and let's just be honest, there are a lot of social media marketing experts, and I know, come on, I'm working with the top experts globally.
Right.
And there are brilliant, brilliant experts out there, and each one has something special that they do. And one of the things that jumped out at me about you that I really resonated with is you have this inner self that you want to tap into. So tell us about that.
Well, the inner self, it's a lot of work that went inside. For me, it's like I said, it's my life's experiences. It's your life's experiences. It's the lessons that you learned along the way as you were journeying into where you are now. Because people want to see that you're human, that they can connect with you. And I have a favorite saying, when you speak from the heart, the other hearts listen.
When you speak from the heart, other hearts listen. That's the heart-to-heart connection. So, it's a wonder that we actually connect, because that's a philosophy that I live by, connecting heart to heart. So that's a perfect example of like-minded people being attracted to each other. That's what makes us magnetic.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking for like-minded people like us we can actually communicate with. It's the unspoken language that draws us to each other most of the time, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, well said. So go ahead. So what is it about us that we need to bring up from the inside?
Okay, I broke it down to the 6 pillars, and I'm just going to go through it real quickly, okay?
Go
the
through
6
it.
pillars. People think, a misconception is that branding is just about the logo and the website, the glossy images and all that. It's really not that. The essence of the content, the essence of how you show up online is based on these 6 things. One is your heart, the heart brand. Why do you do what you do, right? Why do you do what you do? The second is your spirit brand. What is the greater purpose for the thing that you do? Because sometimes you're passionate about something, but it's really not your purpose.
Oh, it's just for you. Only.
Yeah,
it's
just
not making
for you.
a difference.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's for you, and then there's something that's bigger.
Yeah.
And then there's the mind brand. The mind brand is your knowledge, your wisdom, what you're delivering to the marketplace or to the world. What is that special? Special mojo.
Yeah, special mojo. Yeah.
And then, so these 3 are internal that we need to clarify. And that's what I help my clients with, is get clarity and extract all of those experiences and all those emotions that they need to bring out, which is sometimes it gets really stuck.
It does. It does. And what I liked about it is that when you walked me through the process, it was really easy for me to answer the questions.
Yes.
What am I passionate about? What is it that I naturally do that makes a difference? And interestingly enough, those are the things that we actually do effortlessly,
yes,
all day long. So knowing what those things are, actually identifying them was the key. A lot of times we're not even aware.
Yes.
So that was huge for me.
So then the last 3, out of the 6, the last 3 is more external, but very important. When you're out there sharing of who you are, these 3 are very important. The 4th one is your success brand. The success brand is really the people that you've helped, your success stories, your testimonials, your rave
Social
reviews,
proof. Social proof of who you are.
So
Yeah.
important. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's external. You clarify the inner, internal, then the external. The influence brand is very important as well. These are the people you surround yourself with. These are the people who have mentored you, who are your peers, who, celebrities. That's why it's very important. When you're in a situation, you have a celebrity, take a picture with them. It goes a long way. It
does.
elevates
Yeah.
the perception of your brand.
Status in a global marketplace. There you go.
There you go. And the last one, the 6th one, is what people think is the brand, which is their platform. The online presence, the offline presence. But that's just the 6th element of a brand.
So, I love the way you simplified this, because all of a sudden it makes sense. It's not that, mysterious thing of how do I interact, how do I act, what do I do on social media.
Yes.
So that process, when you walked me through, made it simple for me. It's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I do need to share who I am so people can know who I am and why I do, what am I passionate about. And so as they understand me, then they get more engaged with me.
Yes.
You know, why I do what I do. And you know what? It wasn't even difficult. You know, initially that mass confusion that I had, like, you know, but you were just so cute. You were like, Ian, I don't see you here. People can't see who you are. They must see who you are. You have so much passion.
I know, I know.
So,
you gotta tell them the story about this.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
forget this. Create an image about that. Make your quote. I call it anisms. Remember?
Yes,
we have
anisms,
I
yes.
hear you say things, and I go, "That's a great quote."
Yeah.
Put it on a picture, an image, even if it's a blank, whatever. You know?
And I
but
did.
write it with your name. You know, sign it your name.
Yeah,
It elevates
I
you.
did. I started. If you've been following me, you know that there are many quotes now. I put the image with the quote with my name, a quote by Ann Devere, and I started sharing some of the thoughts, which is like what's important to me. So you're able to tap into my mindset, you know. So it kind of connected me on a much deeper level. Whether people responded or not, there was a shift in me because I was sharing a part of me.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and I didn't have to share everything about my life. I just shared my thoughts.
Yes.
So it was safe. It was powerful. And so you guys got to try it. This it's really good. It really works. Yeah.
Yes.
So now, in parting, if you were to give one advice, you know, on people who are struggling getting started with it, you know, what is it? The one thing they should start doing. The first step they should take to get started with showing up in a powerful way and really leveraging social media to become a trusted presence.
They need to really just, like I said, be intentional about it. Intentional that every time they're engaging online, they're not just, it's not about them. That there's a greater reason for why they're engaging online. And like I said, if they follow the anatomy of a post, they're gonna start enjoying, you know, showing themselves out there even more. And the one thing is they can leverage one post into 10 social media platforms. Don't waste that one post that you thought so, you know, so long for. Just propagate it. And then one thing is they should start these 4 things that I also simplified. It's called CARE. If they apply this when they're posting online, they're gonna be magnetic. C is for having compassion, A is having appreciation, R is having reciprocity, and E is empathy.
See, I love that. We're definitely going to follow that. So all of those, you make it really simple to follow.
I love simplifying.
So now here's the other part. Okay, so we're socializing. Well, we also are socializing to build our followers, to build our brand, to monetize, right?
Right.
So, and I love the way you actually integrate promotion of a program or something that's going on, event within that. And you're very subtle about it,
Yes.
you know, so it's not offensive. People don't feel like they're being pitched to. So just share us something simple that you do. How can we integrate? What do we tie it in with?
You just need to be able to share, give value, give value, give value, inspire, you know, engage. But then when it's time to really make an offer, people don't think that you're just all about the offer. Because for a long time, you've been engaging and you've been giving value and you're really connecting and you're showing that you care, C-A-R-E, right? And then when it's time to make an offer, they said, oh, that's what she does. Oh, I would love to, you know, whatever, get a free book or free videos. And then you build a subscriber base of loyal subscribers who stay with you. They don't opt out.
Yeah, so people who like you and trust you.
Yes.
So would you say that the 80-20 rule applies in this case, 80% connecting, 20% promoting?
Yes. Yes. Again, that Pareto, trusted Pareto principle, right?
It works every time.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Add value 80% of the time, promote 20% of the time. And you have a winning recipe.
Yes.
So, well, thank you so much for joining us. As always, it's been great content, full of great content time with you. It's like every time I speak with you, I get all these ahas, and I feel more empowered to actually get out there and share who you are, who I am, and who you are too. In this case, I love sharing who you are too, and that's one of the things. It's just when we find somebody dynamic who's making a difference in our lives, we want to share them on social media. So, and I understand you do have a gift for our viewers.
Yes,
so what
I
is it?
do.
Yeah, surprise there. Adding value, right?
Again, always. Actually, I have 3 free videos on how they can create a magnetic social media brand. 3 videos. And with that, I'm also including a 90-day blueprint on how to jumpstart your magnetic social media branding.
I'm thinking this is an awesome gift, and I know it's very valuable. So take the link below, and you're going to be able to have a 90-day blueprint, and you're going to know exactly what to do for the next 90 days to create your social media brand and expand it from your heart connection.
That's right.
To the mass connection.
The mass connection, global. We're global.
So those millions of eyes that are watching you,
they're going to see you.
the right ones
And they're going to
the right
understand
ones
you.
are going to
The right ones
see
are
you.
going to understand you even more. They're going to appreciate you, admire you, and you'll create a following.
Emma, thank you so much for joining us. As
Thank
usual,
you.
great content, and so appreciate you. This has been another episode of Access to Experts. I'm Ann DeVere. Until next time.
This has been Access to Experts, where we interview business and professional experts and ask the questions you most want the answers to.